Yeah, so with Golden State, like this year alone, question marks because Ja Ja Morant got hurt. If Ja doesn't get hurt, the Grizzlies beat the Dubs in seven. And people want to say, well, the Grizzlies had a better record without Ja. Stop that frivolous foolishness. That's irrelevant. The fact of the matter is this: Ja Morant was punishing them before he got injured. So for people to say they can play better without Ja, that's crazy. He's the franchise piece. He's the head of the snake, and with him, they would have beat the Dubs. And not only that, if the Clippers were healthy, Golden State just wouldn't beat the Clippers. So because you looking at Kawhi and PG, two of the top five two-way players in the game, when healthy, can lock down Stephen or slow him down. So to me, the Clippers would easily beat the Dubs. I'm saying they'd be in them 6 games. Healthy Clippers. So again, Golden State winning the championship is pretty much due to luck. And that's something that the Bulls didn't have to go through. Like, it wasn't a question mark of, you couldn't question their championship because of somebody being hurt with injuries. It's a difference. They dynasty runs, well, you can question certain players, like the 98 when Jordan shoved off Byron Russell. I can legitimately argue that call as an offensive foul. If they call an offensive foul, it goes 7. I like the Jazz in 7. And to me, other than Indiana Pacers, that was the closest team to owning Jordan. Because if he didn't, if the call would have went the other way, you could be talking about that Jazz team as being one of the best teams ever at that age. And it was gonna come back next year and had another solid year. So they the only two questionable arguments for Jordan dynasty compared to Golden State, the modern day Golden State dynasty. Like the truly what is to pretty much say they're a legitimate dynasty. 4 championships in 8 years, that's a great feat. But like I said, injuries. Kyrie, Kevin Love was hurt the first chip. KD coming, tilting the scale towards Golden State. And they needed KD to get over the hump. Because LeBron kind of team took you 6 games without 18 other best players, and you was healthy. They knew right then that they needed somebody else that can close out games. KD was that healthy, but Coach Popovich the Spurs had enough to put KD and Kawhi. So if Kawhi didn't get hurt in that conference finals, the 16-17 season, the Spurs would have won that series, and they would have beat them in 6. So the Spurs would have won another chip, and possibly got the back if he came back. If they never traded Kawhi Leonard, the Spurs would have won another championship. And you heard it here first on Streets Wanna Know. Like, straight up. Like, that's how good Kawhi is. Like I said, he's the closest thing to Michael that we have in today's game. The mentality, the way he carries himself, his confidence on both sides of the ball is unmatched. Name another superstar that's closer to Jordan than Kawhi. I wait. There is none. But for next year, though, haven't seen the free agent signings yet. But when I do get all the free agent information, I give an updated um, power rankings for next season. But I do like, as of right now, I think the Dubs have a great shot at winning back to back. But a lot of things got to go in their favor, just like it did this year. But a healthy Clippers team should be a top 3 team in the West. If the Lakers are healthy, they're a top 5 team in the West. So you got the Clippers, Lakers, and the Memphis Grizzlies. And a healthy Denver Nuggets. I forgot about the Nuggets. Yeah, Denver, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter, and the Joker, and Aaron Gordon is a legitimate big forward. So if all those players stay healthy, Denver are a threat in the West to win the West. So you got those 5 teams right there I named. And not to mention what Phoenix Suns does in free agency. And that's another thing. If the Suns would have played the Warriors, I like the Phoenix in that series. So that's another thing that made me think it was rigged up. Phoenix losing to goddamn Dallas like that. Why couldn't Phoenix play Golden State? You see what I'm saying? Like, what else? Phoenix match up better than with Golden State. They're efficient offensively. Chris Paul, that's a well-oiled machine. That series would have been a lot different than the Dallas series. Trust and believe that. So you go back and watch the regular season games with the Suns and the Warriors, everything. Like, that would have been a hell of a series that I think Phoenix would have won. Another what-if question contesting the Golden State dynasty. Snub-nosed Gambino, you heard it here first. And I know a lot of people thinking the same way I think. I think outside the box. I mean, even Luka is great, but that Dallas team, looking at that roster, they ain't even had Tim Hardaway. It'd be different if Tim Hardaway was healthy. Then I say they had a legitimate big 3 and Tim Hardaway, Luka, and Spencer Dinwiddie. But the roster they had beat Phoenix? Come on, man. Stop with the Rigg shit. NBA, y'all need to stop with that Rigg shit. You fucking up the game. You fucking up the ratings, and it's bad for business. You're hearing it from a true sports fan who love NBA, and it's fucking up because it takes the fun out of shit. You know what I mean? It's good for the gambling and the bets and all that shit, but other than that shit in the way. It's out of order. Straight up out of order. And something got to be done. Like, you need to go back. The old school basketball, the physicality and all that. They need to change the rules and bring that shit back. They say everything come full circle, full cipher. You know what I mean? So with that being said, that's the Streets Want to Know Volume 1 NBA edition. And I give an updated power ranking for next season once free agency come to pass. You know what I mean? Rise and shine, rise and grind. You heard it here first. Streets Want to Know Volume 1. Signing off, Snub Nose. Peace and blessings, man, woman, and child. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Rise and shine, rise and grind. Streets Want to Know podcast. Exclusive. You heard it here first. Snub-nosed Gambino. The voice box of the people. More or less. I just want to elaborate on pretty much what the Streets Want to Know podcast is all about. And it's basically like a little bit of enlightenment on like different topics of what's going on in today's world, whether it's sports, entertainment, conspiracy theories, politics, whatever. You know what I mean? I just want to shine my light and add to what's going on. You know, there's a lot going on. I want to say I'm blessed to be here. All praises are due. And yeah, it's like wrestling, NBA, NBA, stuff like that. What I have you. But yeah, okay. But yeah, blessed to be alive. All praises are due, most definitely. And yeah, the Streets Wanna Know podcast, Snub Nose Gambino, the voice box of the people. So I'm just gonna jump right into it, like here on out, dropping videos and what's basically trending, what's popping, add my shine to it, and hopefully people can relate and understand it and rock with it, you know. Like what's going on, like in the NBA, like I want to say the finals. Golden State, congratulations to Golden State. Great team, great dynasty. Like with sports though, it's like to me, like it's all about money now. Like back in the day, like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, it was good competition, and I felt like the better team won. Now it's not like that. It seems like it's all about marketing and what's best for business as pretty much the outcome of how things play out. And that's in basketball, football, baseball, whatever. And it takes the enjoyment out of it. Like, who wanna watch something that's already preordained to happen? Like, it's already, instead of just letting the two best teams battle it out. Like, that's the greatness of sports. Like, I love sports. Like, yeah, Streets Wanna Know Volume 1. Like, yeah, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. Like I was saying, like the way sports set up now, it's like it's all about the business aspect, not about great teams. Like if two teams make it to the championship, those teams, it should be the best team wins. But it's like it's already set up for the team who the association want to win. Like, it's ridiculous. And it takes the fun out of watching it. Like, I don't even watch it like I used to, like, due to the politics of it, the policy aspect of it. So, it just messes up. It just takes the whole enjoyment and the passion out of it. But Golden State, great dynasty. Steph, hell of a player. You know what I mean? But Golden State is the dynasty of this decade. Like, they got a great team, great system in place, great coach, great championship pedigree. But to question it and to challenge it though, like, to me, like, it's a lot of question marks with the Dubs, because if you go to Jordan and the Bulls dynasty, more or less, they beat well, you can make an argument in Jordan time, like the first three-peat, he beat hell of a competition. Like, if teams wasn't injured, like talking about, like the Knicks were official back then. Like, as far as best defensive teams in the league, New York was legitimate #1 defense, efficiency under Pat Riley, and it's like they went through them. It was some good teams that Jordan beat. Miami Heat, Cleveland Cavaliers, Lenny Wilkins and them boys. They were legitimate. They should have won a championship, but they got denied by Jordan a couple times. And but basically, those teams was whole. Like, they wasn't injured, so it wasn't like you can question, alright, will Jordan Bulls beat this team because such and such had an injury? No, they was healthy, and Jordan and the Bulls blitzed them. So Jordan Bulls dynasty in the 90s is unmatched because they beat top quality teams that were healthy and in their prime. You can't say that about Golden State, just due to the fact the first championship year, alright, the first championship 14-15 season, more or less, the Cavs, King James and them, they were hurt. Kevin Love missed the whole finals, and Kyrie played just game 1 before accident with an injury. So, for real, if Kevin Love and Kyrie were healthy, that first finals, it could have went 7 games, and for real, Cleveland could have beat them. Because LeBron pretty much took them 6 games without the other big two. So that first chip was suspect. The second year, with a 15-16 season, I say it's rigged up because the Draymond Green incident with LeBron when he got suspended. Now, if Draymond doesn't get suspended, I got the Dubs wrapping that series up in 6. It don't go 7. But being that he got suspended, that's when the politics and all that frivolous shit came into play. Like shit like that just make me second guess, because I'm like, if Draymond don't get suspended, it's over with. You win 73 games and a chip, so you can go down as one of the greatest teams ever. So more or less, yeah, 73 wins, still say one of the greatest regular season teams ever. I mean, that's ridiculous. 73 out of 82. I mean, small ball, really not no big team, just a jump shooting team that plays tremendous defense. And Golden State are a tremendous defensive team, and that get overlooked as well. Like, they defense is on fleek during them times. Like, they had a top 3 defense in every one of them championship seasons. But their dynasty is a question mark because Kawhi Leonard. And to me, Kawhi Leonard is the modern day MJ. The closest thing to Michael is Kawhi Leonard. And the reason I say that is because of his two-way ability. Like, Kawhi is magnificent on both sides of the ball. Arguably a top 5 player when healthy. He can change the narratives of a game defensively or offensively. And the only player that was like that and on that level was Michael. So that argument can be made that Kawhi, if Kawhi doesn't get hurt against them in the 2017 season, the Spurs beat them and pretty much go on, because I got the Spurs beating the Cavs in the NBA Finals that year. So I feel like they whole dynasty, if Kawhi doesn't get hurt, the Spurs win a chip or two. I know they're going to definitely win one because Kawhi was that great. And the Spurs were great that year. And they won 69 games. So you can't take that with a grain of salt. And but the thing I want to say about Boston and shit being rigged and politics, alright, the same year that they come up with the Eastern Conference Finals MVP and Western Conference Finals MVP, the Larry Bird Trophy, it ain't no coincidence Boston make it to the finals. Like, how crazy. And it's right there in your face, black and white. Like, who else gonna make it to the finals when they come up with that type of accolades? Like, that's ridiculous to me. Like, even though they had a good team, but Boston had great teams within the last 5 years that was better than this year's team. So I just don't believe it. Like, they wasn't better than the Isaiah Thomas team or the Kawhi or the Kyrie and Gordon Hayward team. So that's why I just question that whole shit. And but there's definitely competition and a lot of great talent in the league. Look forward to next year. And to me, top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference for next season, can't really say until free agency hits. But in the East, of course, Boston, Philly, Brooklyn, a healthy Brooklyn, Kyrie, Katie, and Ben Simmons most definitely should be a legitimate threat to the Eastern Conference crown. And West, the Dubs, Memphis Grizzlies, a healthy Clippers who just about to get John Wall. The Clippers are legitimate. If Clippers were healthy this year, the Dubs won the West. Clippers and Golden State would be the next best rivalry, other than Clippers and Lakers. And
basically, that all my accusations